What's up, world? Good evening, everyone. This is Yuri aka Russian Prototype. This is Wednesday, the hump day, September 15th of year 2021. Welcome to the live show. Tonight, we have a juicy one. We have a very, very juicy one. Tonight, we are talking about 4 ways to share sexy fantasies with your man. And yes, that emoji signifies yes, please. Please do that, ladies. Please do that. You are more than welcome to. You are encouraged. Uh, we love it. We love it very, very much. Let's recognize some beautiful people who are here with us live, shall we? We have Heather in the house. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate you being here with us live. We have Jamie in the house. Don't forget the smash best Yuri voice, the like button. That's right. Smash it. Smash it. If you hear, smash it. I've made a special messy hair for you and messy look for you because apparently that's what, that goes along with the fantasies, right? So smash the like button. All that work. We have Becky in the house. Becky, shout out to Becky because Becky is the one who recommended, who sent this article that we're going to be reviewing tonight. Okay. Thank you for being here. We have Kaya in the house. Hello, Kaya. Thank you for being here. So great to see you live. We have Felicia in the house. Thank you for hanging out, Felicia. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Let's see. Can you hear me? Can you see me okay? I want to make sure of that first. Just give me thumbs up or tell me in the comments. I can hear you. I can see you because I am connected by a hard wire. And I just want to make sure that connection is good. We also have Estrella in the house. Hello, Estrella. Thank you for joining us live tonight in this exciting topic. If you can hear me and if you can see me, just give me thumbs up. Give me thumbs up or put a comment that you can hear and see me. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that you can hear me and you can see me and continue on. And if you can't, okay, cool. Looks like I have a thumbs up. All right. We can go ahead and get started. I'm going to show you the article. The way I want to do this is to read one section at a time, give you opportunity to comment, to engage, to ask questions, and then we're going to talk about each individual section, not session, section. And then we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. Let me go ahead and share the screen with you and we can get going. So 4 ways to share sexy fantasies with your man. This is the topic. The first one, the first way to share sexy fantasies with your man is to be open to being vulnerable. All right. So in this, whoa, I'm scrolled too quickly. So with this particular one, can you even see it? Can I just hold on, let me do the other screen. I guess I'm going to take this away. Here we go. This is better, right? I don't want to show you the other section. Okay, here we go. So be open to being vulnerable. There's a lot to gain from talking to your lover about your fantasies. Only by getting vulnerable and revealing your true erotic self will you ever have the sex life you really want. Your sexual fantasies reveal your inner workings as a sexual being. What turns you on? What do you find thrilling? What do you want to experience? Cool. So being open to being vulnerable. The question that I had when I was looking at this: how soon can you become vulnerable and share this information? What is this timeline? You know, how do you know, right? And I think the answer is whenever you're comfortable. It may be a common sense type of answer, but let's not complicate things. Why should we complicate things? If you're comfortable with another person and you feel that sexual type of connection, who cares? You can share that information. Now, if you don't feel comfortable with another person, if there is some question mark still about whether or not you should reveal that information, because maybe you haven't built the trust yet all the way with that person. Maybe you're not so sure how that person will react to what you will tell him. Maybe you're afraid that this person will be judgmental towards you. Maybe you're afraid that that person will take advantage of your vulnerability. All of these things are possible. All of these things are possible. Therefore, being vulnerable is not the most comfortable place to be in. Definitely for a man. I don't know how it is for women, so you can tell me in the comments, but for a man, okay, maybe I'll speak for myself. How about this? Let's cut it. For myself, vulnerable, honest, transparent. Yeah, I think that's good. Vulnerable to where I feel like, someone can take advantage. Not so much. Do I think that you really going to be vulnerable by sharing your fantasies? I think you can be. I think it depends what you will say, how much you're going to share about yourself, right? How much you're going to reveal, and what exactly your sexual fantasies are. I think all those things will matter. So, be open to being vulnerable, but proceed with caution. Do I have my special effects today? Do I have my, let me see if I can, no, forget it. You get the point. Proceed with caution. Proceed with caution. Let's see what we have. Strong Ballerina is in here too. Thanks for being here. Great to see you. Vintage port would be nice for this. Port? What is vintage port? Heather said, ironically, wine makes me sleepy. Wine actually sounds kind of nice right now. Is somebody drinking in the chat? Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, now that's nice. Maybe I should start having these live shows with a little glass of wine to unwind. Glass of wine to unwind. It sounds kind of nice. I like it. I like it. Strong Ballerina, if the topic of being submissive comes up tonight, it will have a completely different meaning. Okay, explain. How so? Don't get me started early. What did Jamie say? Or switch? Okay, cool. Not getting it. It might be just me. Becky said, I find that getting him to tell me one of his first makes it easier. You think that it is easier for a guy to tell you his fantasies? Unwind with Yuri K. Yes, indeed. Summer Dream is in the house. What's going on? Summer said, I'm only here tonight to learn. Hey, we're all here to learn, right? I think Yuri might be too innocent. Oh, I would not. I don't know about that one. Let's take notes. So basically, That's it. That's it for this point. Be open to being vulnerable. Again, how do you define vulnerability? And how vulnerable are you willing to be? Um, I don't, from my standpoint, I don't perceive sexual fantasies being very vulnerable. I think talking about your shortcomings or talking about your bad habits, I think it's even more vulnerable type of thing to do than talking about your sexual fantasies. Because sexual fantasy, whatever, you know, it's just certain things that come to your mind. Sometimes you can't even control these things. Whereas bad habits you can control. It's kind of your responsibility to make sure you don't fall into a rut of continuous, you know, way of bad habits. You get what I'm trying to say. So I don't know. I don't. I don't think that vulnerability is a huge thing with that. But let's see if you have any other thoughts on that one. Felicia said, if we are comfortable with each other, then I'm usually open to telling. I'm very blunt. I'll let you know what I want. And I think a lot of people will feel the same. I think a lot of people will just come back to the comfort level with another individual. If it's there, it's there. Jessica is in the house. Hi, Jessica. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate you. Jamie said, if you want to be happy and you trust your partner, then be honest and enjoy. I think trust is a big thing here. I really do. Comfort and trust will really play a big role when people will share something like that. Becky said, if they know they can't trust me, it's not very hard, especially when they know there is a good chance I will help with it. Ooh, especially if they know, if they suspect that you would be open to it. There's a certain energy, right? There's a vibe. There's a certain vibe that people give out. You can't fool that. Sometimes you look at someone and you already know. I mean, women know. Women, when somebody just want to smash. You see a guy who's talking to you and he's just licking his chops like, mm, mm, like he's just itching. He's just like, you know, he's come to you. He's just like already fidgeting, right? And you like, man, this dude is too horny. He can't get it together. He can't control himself, right? And I mean, look, you're probably going to approach it differently. If you're in the mood, you might be like, whatever, I don't know. But with guys can feel it too. Men can feel it too. I don't think most of the time women are that forthcoming. Normally, it's some sort of how can I explain it? There's this certain energy. I can't, that there's a certain feeling that you get from an individual. I think it's the way that the individual speaks to you. It's the individual how individual looks at you. It's that nonverbal communication, right? You can feel that that other individual, that woman in this case, is she radiates something. It's on my radar. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but there's some sort of like sexual energy that comes off of her. That's how she talks. That's maybe how she flirts. Um, that's her demeanor. Sometimes it's that demeanor, um, and it could be the most calm woman in the world. She's not, she's not flamboyant. She's not, um, giving out crazy signs, right? But then, you find out later, like, wow, like she had a lot of that sexual energy, and that's really interesting thing about people. That's really interesting. Summer Dream said, I think it's more intimate to talk about fears, insecurities, or anything that helps you learn more about yourself and your partner on a deeper level. I do believe that For me, that would be the case, because these are serious conversations. The sex talk, the sexual fantasies, it's like it's not going to define your life, right? It's either going to happen or it's not going to happen. It's more of a play type of thing, right? These fears, insecurities, um, self-judgment, self-perception, those are very heavy things. These will affect the real life, and I just think it makes a big difference. Kai said, start small, share something a little bit more racy, gauge their reaction, go slow until you know how they react. So that's a good suggestion. Test the waters, so to speak. You don't have to jump all the way in head first. You can put your ankles first, tippy toes, check the temperature. Heather said, licking chops like that character on Med TV. I haven't seen it, but please tell me more if you remember the name or anything. Summer Dream, the sex part doesn't even come up for me in terms of a fantasy. Is that bad? Uh, I don't know if I think it's subjective. What does come up? Because I mean, the topic is the sexual fantasy, right? Or sexy fantasies. So, what kind of fantasies you got? Jessica, I say just lay it on him. I don't think any guy is going to turn his woman down. It's good to be spontaneous and adventurous with your man. Go all in. Nice. I like that. I like that suggestions. Ladies, are you taking notes? Go all in. Estrella, the sexiest thing in a person to me, it's self-confidence. See, I heard that before. And I think a lot of women say that. So for men, I think the challenge with this, right, is the fact that sometimes it's self-inflicted wounds. Sometimes we be thinking so much stuff in our head. I'm lacking this, or I'm not good at that, and we shoot ourselves in the foot. But sometimes it could be driven by a failure, a denial, a rejection of some sort. Maybe a man approached a woman and she just shut him down. And maybe it happened more than once. And then next time he's going to have this thing in his head to where, oh man, I don't have what it takes. So that can really, really affect self-confidence big time. So for all the guys out there, and in women as well, actually, it's not just men or women. I think it's both. Sometimes if women will approach a man and start a conversation, it's applicable too. But don't take these things personal. These things are not personal. If somebody does not want to talk to you, there could be 1,000 reasons why. They may just lost somebody, or maybe they went through a terrible breakup, or maybe they have a lot of issues at work, or maybe they got COVID. Whatever the case may be, I think we tend to internalize. We tend to look inwards, like, oh, what's wrong with me? Whereas it might be nothing wrong with you. It might be something wrong with another person. That's a mature approach. It's not easy to do. That's a better way to approach it. All right, a few more, and we're going to go to number 2. Summer Dream. I guess when somebody wants to know everything about me or takes an interest in my interest, that's sexy. Cool. Nice. Jamie said, I think how much you share depends on what the fantasy is too. Some people can handle it. I have met a lot of guys who are very uptight. That's true. That's true. Personality will matter. Some people are not going to be ready for it. You're really going to have to feel it out, like Kaya said. You're really going to have to give them a little bit of job, like boom, boom, a little job, whatever, a little piece of a dessert. Don't give them the whole thing. Kaya, I've heard some real hardcore fantasies. Be prepared to breathe through what you may hear. Interesting. Becky, I think it's important to be kind or gradual and explain clearly what you want. Generally, if you get out some handcuffs and say, let's play hostage, they might be freaked out. Yeah. One brick at a time when you build that house, right? your sexual fantasy is like, it's like building a garage or something. You can't just slap the whole thing in your backyard. You gotta lay one brick at a time. Well said, well said, well said. Love it, love it. Let's go to number two. Number two, know the difference between fantasy and desire. Let's look at that. Let look at that. Know the difference between fantasy and desire. Let's see. I think that's it. Hold on. Can you actually see it? Here we go. This is that takes some skill to do this. Okay, here we go. As you think about sharing a fantasy, maintain a strict boundary between fantasy and desire. Fantasy is the realm where anything is possible, the realm of your erratic imagination. Ooh. Desires, on the other hand, are what you want more of in your actual sex life. By maintaining this boundary, you can be free to discuss your fantasies without having to worry about what it means about you as a person. You can be honest as you share your fantasies and really let your lover get a glimpse of what you are as a sexual being. From here, from there, you can start determining what you desire as real experiences. If, for example, you fantasize about being abducted by a stranger and sexually ravished. Let me repeat, sexually ravished. Man, YouTube gonna cancel us. You probably don't want that to happen in real life, but you may have very real desires for more forceful, rough sex. Cool. Cool beans. Cool beans. So you know what? When I wrote that, when I read that, I didn't write that. When I read that, I thought, so my example would be fantasy, it would be jacked lumberjack riding a uni towards you. Can you imagine this? Can you just close your eyes and fantasize this? I just like this combination of words. Jacked lumberjack. Aren't women fantasizing about lumberjacks? Isn't it like a thing? When the man who can chop some wood, um, man who can chop some wood can lay some wood. Isn't it a thing? I think that's expression, right? Laying some wood. Isn't it a thing? Look, if you don't believe me, let me pull something up real quick. I believe there's a scene in Step Brothers. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Let's actually switch. Let's see if we can find it. Let's see if we can find this together. YouTube. We're going to go to YouTube and we're going to see real quick if we can find Step Brothers Lumberjack. Oh yes. Oh yes. So here we go. You are in for a treat. Fair use. Hold on. Hold on. Let's do this right. Let me turn up the volume. Let me make sure. If you haven't seen Step Brothers, you should do it. So this is, just to give you context, this is a fantasy of a guy who is one of the main characters of the movie. If you haven't seen that movie, he he had a crush on this psychiatrist woman because he went to a couple of sessions with her or whatever, and he just had a crush on her. And towards the end of the movie, he was having this daydream, and that's one of the like glimpse out of the daydream. or rather his daydream. So I'm going to blow it up on the entire screen. You're really going to have to pay attention because it's going to be fast and furious. I'm going to turn up the volume. Here we go. Here we go. Fair use.
I traveled 500 miles to give you my seed.
Oh, that's so perfect. That is so perfect. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Will Ferrell. How can you not like Will Ferrell? Oh, goodness. He said, I travel 500 miles to give you my seat. Lumberjack. Lumberjack. So, anyway, what I was saying, I got distracted. What I was saying, fantasy would be something like that. A janked lumberjack riding a uni towards you. A desire would be you riding a man while he dressed like a uni, or he dressed like a lumberjack, one or the other, right? Fair enough. So, fantasy, based on what we read in the article, fantasy is not really realistic. Fantasy is whatever sound you want to make when you think of fantasy. But desires is like, okay, let's go. Okay, that's a desire. Let's see comments. Let's see your comments. Hopefully you like this little episode of Step Brothers. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Let's see. Felicia said, like, if I like to be choked a little bit, that does not mean choke me. Some women like that stuff. I'm just saying. Let me read this again. Like, if I like to be choked a little bit, that does not mean choke me. If I like to be choked a little bit, that does not mean choke me out. Oh, choke me out. Okay. It's just like, just a very, very gentle choke, like very gentle, right? You're gonna have to provide more directions for that choke, Felicia, because quite frankly, it's not very clear how it need to be executed. You know. Oh, that's so funny. This conversation is hilarious. This conversation is hilarious. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I saw my video. Which one? The lumberjack is your video? Is that your thing? Becky, yes, some women like a choking in bed. That's when you tap out when it's too much because you can't use the safe word. Oh, there's safe words. Oh, okay. Okay. Lay the wood, lay the pipe, snake mode, pound town. Felicia, Felicia have the whole dictionary. Hey, prototype family, if you need help how to tell the man to get down and dirty, contact Felicia. Okay? Uh that's an advertisement. That's a free advertisement. It's not sponsored by Felicia. Um, it's not sponsored by anybody. As we can see, she knows, she has the words to express it. It's amazing. I feel like I need to be taking screenshots. Lay the wood, lay the pipe, snake mode. Snake mode. Pound town. Welcome to the pound town, baby. Hey. Oh. Woo. Jamie said, at Felicia, whatever anyone's thing, it is need to be thoroughly discussed beforehand and all the limits laid out. Lumberjack, baby. Lumberjack. Heather says, strong ballerina, this is not a time to sit in a corner. Somebody sitting in the corner? We can't do this right now. Oh, okay. I so want to comment on what you said. I'm trying to sit in a corner and be good. No, no, no. You comment. That's what the whole fun of it is. It's a judgment-free zone. I don't even understand half, well, not half, like quarter, 20% of things that sometimes some of the references. So it's all good. Let's be bad together, friend. That's a good proposition, for your for somebody you date. I like that. Let's be bad together, friend. Let's do things that we'll regret. Jessica said, some women like a firm grip on the throat, but not aggressive. It's a dominance kind of thing, I believe. Okay. Okay, choke me. Okay, not so much, not so much. Okay, release the. Okay, choke me. Okay, not so much, not so much. Okay, choke me. Okay, I feel windpipe. Okay, hold on. Okay, windpipe. Women don't have windpipe, right? Whatever, does not apply. Yeah, I think it's gonna get a little bit challenging to execute. Hide the salami. Where's salami? I think you're having fun. Tonsil tickler. Oh, this is fun. Felicia said, bring your women's spoon and stir this macaroni in a pot. Are you just saying random stuff now? Like, what does it even mean? What is your woman's spoon? Am I just not getting it? Christy D's in the house. Thanks for hanging out. I'm a new sub and finally made it to live. This is a great topic. Thanks for being here and thank you for being a new sub. Appreciate you. Felicia said, bring that long wooden spoon and stir the macaroni in a pot. Sear. So did you just add one word, sear, sir, and that's it? Strong ballerina, see you have permission from Yuri to be a bad girl. Do your thing, strong ballerina. Do your thing. It's a free country. It's a free community. Do your thing, but don't get crazy. No, really. Do your thing. Do your thing. So that's it. This is, we're talking about number 2 right now. Know the difference between fantasy and desire. Know the difference between it. Again, fantasy, Jack Lumberjack riding a uni. Desire, you riding your man while he dressed like a uni or lumberjack. Like, how do you make it feasible when it comes to your desire? Because the fantasy is like, I want to see you standing on the top of the mountain when it's snowing with the beautiful roses, completely naked, and screaming my name. It's like, girl, I ain't going on top of the mountain. That, for one thing, how do I get there? Secondly, it's going to be cold. Thirdly, where am I going to get roses? It's too much. It's too much. Fantasy. That is a big reason sometimes when fantasy need to remain fantasies. We're not doing some of that junk. If your mind goes to a crazy limits like that, if you cannot make it somewhat feasible, no. You go on top of the mountain with your roses, or with the dressed up like in lingerie. I don't even care about roses. Dressed up in lingerie on top of the mountain, and when you get cold, you come back and you tell me how it was. All right. Desires, on the other hand, is like, just want a new position. I just want to switch things up. I just want to try this. Or maybe you can smash a little longer. Or maybe we can smash in a different place. Or maybe smash in a different way. Or maybe we can eat Russian food while we're smashing. Something, something that is feasible, right? That's what comes to mind. Man, what a topic. What a topic. What a topic. Oh. Jamie said, also make sure that fantasy fulfillment goes both ways, not just one sided. Both parties need to have fun. Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about this. We're going to talk about that very thing. That is very relevant, Jamie. Very relevant point. Strong Ballerina, easy. Go to the special store together for adult accessories. There was a store like that in the mall where I lived in Norway. Can't pronounce that word, but yeah, I like that suggestion. Go experience something new together. Go do it. By the way, if you're just joining the live stream, we are talking about 4 ways to share sexy fantasies with your man. Be sure to smash the like button if you haven't done it. Don't be a ghost watcher. Ghost watcher is somebody who is actually listening, getting the content, but not even smashing the like button. It's essentially a ghost there, but invisible. Don't be a ghost. Smash the like button. Smash the like button. Becky said, fantasy is a great thing to whisper in their ears sometimes to drive them crazy. That's a good one. That is a good one. There's something about whisper in the ear. I don't know what it is, especially when a woman has a sweet voice. What you want me to do next? What you want me to do next? I don't know. It's kind of like it's a turn on. It's a turn on. That's all I'm saying. You all didn't answer the question. Who, me? Or what was the question? Christy said, this is my personal account, but I'm actually in NSWF model online, and I cannot tell you how many interesting fantasies I have seen. I'm so bad with abbreviations. Hold on, let me Google that. What is this? NWFS. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's right. Let's see. What does NetWare file system? I don't think that's it. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Christy, I have no idea. Google telling me different things. NW, no. Oh, you know what? It's because I tapped it wrong. Let's try this again. NSWF. Nutritional supplement for working families is a flat monthly assistance amount that can only be used to purchase food stamps approved items. Oh, OnlyFans. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Well, according to Google, is nutritional supplement for working families. Oh my god. Oh my god. Well, thank you for sharing. That's amazing. That is amazing. I appreciate you being here and hanging out. That's so cool. Our community is growing. That's so good. Heather, what's your question? Yeah, what's the Heather's questions? What was the question, Heather? We're all wondering. What is the question? Whisper in his ear, you about to get this throat goat. Oh God. That is not the first time you mentioned it. Throat goat. It must be something very remarkable. NSFW. Не открывайте на работе. Okay. Don't open it at work, she said in Russian. Lingerie model / artist. Sweet. Sweet career. Kaya, if you want to feel normal, check out alternative sites where people share their fantasies. I feel like I'm going to walk away with so many ideas after this live. That's amazing. Oh, no, 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 I'm not. I just don't know abbreviations. I just don't know abbreviations. Estrella, having romantic moments on the beach, it is a beautiful fantasy. That's awesome. That is awesome. Apparently, I'm invisible tonight. What was the question that you were asking? That's what we're trying to figure out. Nobody can figure out the question that you asked. My friends, let's go to number 3, shall we? Let's go to number 3, which is tap into your imagination. All right. So let's see what this is about. Let us see what this is about. One moment. Let me scroll up again masterfully so you don't see number 4. Boom. Boom. You see that? That's a master class. Tap into your imagination. Once you can name your specific desires, you'll be much more likely to actively explore and bring these desires to life. If you fantasize about being in charge and taking control in the bedroom, you can take very real steps to gain more confidence so you can be the boss in bed once in a while. Your erratic imagination is the most reliable source of information when it comes to creating a fulfilling sex life. What do you really want? What do you want to experience in your sex life? To share a fantasy with your lover is revealing your most intimate thoughts. To share desires with your lover creates the potential of sharing a much more creative and exciting sex life. Well, that's pretty cool. That's pretty exciting. So, tapping into your imagination. The question is, what is it that you really want? Do people really being honest with each other about what they want in terms of their sexual fantasies? Do they tell the truth? Because oh, like it seems that most of the time, men are the nasty ones. Men always come up with some stuff like, "Oh yeah, you need to bring a friend, have a threesome. You need to do this. You need to do that," and women always say, "Oh, you nasty. Oh, you disgusting. Why would you say that?" But you know what? I mean, do women really tell the truth about their sexual fantasies? Because it can't all be man. I'm sure there are some really off the wall, naughty sexual fantasies that females have, right? And so, really, what it comes down to, based on this piece, for me, when I've read that, it talks about naming your specific desires. So you got to be specific. You got to communicate what it is that you truly want with your partner. Because if you do, if you can draw a very vivid picture, then you have a greater chance for those campuses, fantasies to actually come through in real life. Be specific. That's what the article says. Now, what do people say? What do people say? Oh, boom, 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 boom. Kai said, "My mind is a dark and deviant place." Great. Jamie said, "Yeah, YouTube is a prude." Send it to us on Instagram, Heather. Are you afraid that you're going to be thrown out if you say that? Is that what it is? Okay, I thought yeah, all was ignoring me. No, we did not ignore you. We were trying to figure out what question you had. I'm honest if I'm not dealing with a boring blah blah blah. I looked back for your question too. I couldn't find it. Maybe it got blocked by YouTube. I know what I want. The question is, what do you want in return? Oh, it's like a value exchange. Let's make a deal. I'll tell you my fantasy if you tell me your fantasy. I'm not going to tell you my fantasy unless you tell me your fantasy. I kind of like that. Felicia said, no, we wouldn't do that. We are prototype fam. I love it. I really want to know this question. Christy said, yes, personally, I have always been open. It helps when you are in a serious relationship because there tends to be deeper trust. For sure, when you have established relationship and when you both on the same wavelength, you're vibing, you're just feeling each other, and you're not afraid to share, it changes things. It does change things. Becky, I don't know about others, but my fantasies can be pretty kinky and sometimes dark. It makes me feel less weird when men tell me things they like. Nice. Strong ballerina drew a vivid picture, shared it, and I ended up having green Lewinsky dress on a nature trail. Oh, that's so great. Her comment got deleted by YouTube. Whoa. Whoa, we are venturing into danger territory. Sorry, I missed one. Christy said, maybe just retype the question. Try it again. Just reward it. Just reward it, Heather. Strong ballerina, are you serious? It was deleted. Sometimes it happens. We've been censored. Heather, let's see if YouTube blocks this. Any of y'all had public hook? How you pronounce that? Wait. You see that my community knows. You see this firsthand. This is not me pretending. I can pronounce or read some words or understand some words. It's a real life. It's not the actual word. Sex. See, I can't even think straight. That's how you spell sex? Why did you put an H in there? Why couldn't you do CSEKX? This H threw me off. I'm like, what is she talking about? Any of you had public sex before? I don't remember. Oh, this is so good. Sounded out with English pronunciation. Now I feel super dumb. A sauna, incredibly erotic and sensual experience. Sauna is great. I think Strong Ballerina is giving up on me. She is giving up on me. I'll be back stronger next time. I will eat spinach in Russian borscht and I will come back stronger next time. I promise, Strong Ballerina. I'm sorry I let you down. I don't ever spell six like that. Sorry. Jamie, movie theater header, no one but us in there under the projector, so no one else sees. You know what's really funny about this? Heather asked a question. Heather gonna make other people answer the question, but she will not tell her own. Watch. Heather, are you gonna tell us whether you did or not? I like how Heather just shows so smooth. She always asks a question, but she never answers her own questions. So anyway, we'll wait. We'll wait for your answer, Heather. And she put a little angel too. Look at her. Look at her. Look at Heather. Heather like asking question like, okay, prototypes, go ahead, share prototypes, share. Everybody sharing. But I'm not gonna share prototypes. I'm not gonna tell you. Let's just everybody ask Heather. Everybody like type in at Heather. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. It's all love, Heather. I'm just giving you a hard time. Prototypes are too nice. They're not gonna just um ask that question of you. I have in public once. It was the person I was with, things they wanted to try. And this is too much fun, yo. This is too much fun. This is so much fun. Next time Heather asks a question, we'll give a very long pause so she can answer her own question first. Oh, this is so much fun to do this live. Oh my god. This is so much fun to do this live. And sometimes do these things, call people out in a loving way, not a hatred, not a hating way. Okay, cool. I think we can put this to bed, right? Let's go to number 4, sexy fantasy, or the fourth way that you can share sexy fantasy with your man. Open the conversation. Let's read about this. What does it mean? This one is a pretty big section, but I don't even know if we need to go through the entire thing. But we'll just pick and choose, okay? So, open the conversation. When you feel like the time is right, go on a special date. Go on a special date night or cook a good meal at home. Talk to your lover about the idea that fantasies are distinct from desires, and remind them that if either one of you shares a fantasy, you aren't necessarily asking to try it out. Rather, you are revealing your thoughts and emotions and deepening your intimacy. Deepening your intimacy. Then take turns sharing a fantasy and discussing your desires. Go deeper to determine what elements of that fantasy you really want to experience. Take turns, and of you as each one of you shares a fantasy, make sure to stay open-minded and compassionate. Hear one another out about what that fantasy means to you, which parts are most exciting, and where the line between fantasy and desire is. Look, I think someone mentioned that. Someone mentioned it just a few moments ago. It's about communicating these things back and forth, sharing it together, right? So it's actually what this open conversation is all about. If I'm going to tell you my fantasy, right, the expectation is, or not the expectation, but it would be nice, it would be great if you told me your fantasy. But the way they explain it, I like how they put it, because they said, make sure to stay open-minded and compassionate. Because if you're going to start talking about this type of stuff with your partner, right, and you're going to start like making a little fun, or you know belittling her, or whatever it may be, it's not going to go very far. She's not going to want to share it with you the next time, and vice versa. If you're going to just kind of point finger at your man or laugh at your man, he's not going to want to share it with you again. So taking turns and really hear your partner out, regardless what it seems like at the moment, that's really the way to go. It makes sense. It makes sense for sure. And it says that you aren't necessarily asking to try it out. Rather, you are revealing your thoughts and emotions and deepening your intimacy. So another interesting point, it's not about, hey, do this right now, or we must do this, right? It's about, hey, this is what I'm thinking about. Okay, let's hear it. Oh, interesting. Hmm. You really you think that? Okay, cool. Okay, now maybe I know a little bit more of you. Maybe it will help me to understand you, or even if I don't understand you, I'm getting to know you on a different level, right? All of a sudden it's like, okay, now I know that, my woman thinks about this. And like the trick is how can you be non-judgmental about that? Just because she's thinking about that doesn't mean that she, going to pursue it, right? It's a fantasy. Again, it's a fantasy we're talking about. And sometimes fantasies, tell me what you think, but sometimes fantasies, they're not, it can be completely random, right? It's kind of like daydreaming. Sometimes some things just pop into our head. And does it, when you think fantasy, do you think it's something that you truly desire, or do you think it's something that, some images that you have in your head for some reason, but it's not necessarily what you know want to do? That's another interesting question. I mean, how do you feel, how do you think about fantasies? Because they making a distinction about fantasies in desires, one being impractical, one being more of a fairy tale like, unrealistic, and then desires being practical, right? And to me it's almost like, I'm curious if fantasies are really the source of personal want, or they are just some images, some daydreams that just happen to appear in our subconscious mind or conscious mind, to where we can articulate them, communicate them. So anyway, I would like to hear your thoughts. I think it's an interesting convo. It's an interesting conversation for sure. Strong ballerina. Anyone ever use a body candle? The wax can be massaged into the body. No, not yet. Kaya said candles are fun. Felicia said no, never tried that. Jamie said no, but I highly recommend flavored body powder. Hmm. How did you use that? Oh my god. Oh, some of these questions, yeah, are cracking me up. I can't even put some of these questions on the screen. Christy D. Yes, especially if one partner tends to have more experience, etc. Jamie said, "Oh no, judgment is very important." Oh, no judgment is very important. I think that's what you, the intonation. Kaya said, "Okay, confession time. A close friend was the BDSM scene. She would randomly hand me the phone with her sub on the other end. It's easy to get sucked into it. Strong ballerina, yes, by a submissive." Nutella, so your J doesn't get tired. Christy, I think this applies to other aspects in the relationship too. Don't just assume things, being compassionate, communicating. Kaya said, one former boyfriend liked to put on a dog collar. I'll leave the rest to your imagination. Woo! BDSM is so much fun, but it's essential to have the trust, clear, distinct discussions first, and safe word. Strong ballerina, I can make multiple fruit rolls ups, 9 shelves. Jamie, that is called grooming and is not okay to me. I hate when people try to push or make people get into things they may not want to do. Becky said, when I ask a man what his fantasies are, my intention is to do something about it. If something about if it's something I'd feel okay about doing, trying. Estrella said, some fantasies are possibly achievable as long as they are not irrational. It is important to use your imagination and to be creative in order to not to fall into routine. Yeah, routine would not be fun. Christy said, I wear and make a lot of BDSM stuff and photos, but it's usually in pastel colors. Cool. Thank you for sharing all. Super interesting. Super interesting to hear the perspective and how you all approach fantasies. And it's different, let me tell you. It's very different. We went there. We went there. Um, Fantasies. I think that, you know, when you with someone that you feel comfortable with, you can go that route. But I also think there are many people who just pursuing fetishes and other things to where they would want to find other people for their fetishes, right? And they're just trying to impose it to everyone. I think that's different. If it's just the fetish that you're trying to fulfill every single time, is no longer a fantasy. So I think there's distinction there. And yeah, it's interesting how different people are about their sexuality, about their preferences, and about what they're willing to do. It's interesting how people get turned off by something, turned on, and it's legitimate. It's like, people really get turned on by some things that don't make any sense to other individuals. So go figure. Go figure. Um, like some men, for example, some men. I think I heard somebody put it in the chat, but some men love toes. They get turned on by toes, women's toes. They just go crazy over it. And it's a thing. It's a thing. You know, you better have some nice toes. Tell you that much. Jamie said, flavored body powder get brushed into the skin, and then when you test different part of the body, it's a tasty treat. Whew. Dang. Yes. Fast. Fetishes can be addictive sometimes. Yeah, I think in reality, anything, just about anything, can be addicting. My friends, that's it. That's it. That's the article. Um, Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to discuss on this particular subject. Um, we talked about sharing sexy fantasies with your man. Interesting conversation, without a doubt. Interesting conversation. I don't know if I've made it very exciting, to be honest with you. I think it's more exciting for me to read your comments, you know, and just have fun, because I mean that's so it's I'm not, I think just talking about that stuff, it's somewhat humorous in a way. Um, so it's I'm having a lot of fun with that, but it's also very interesting to see different perspectives because so many of us just think so differently, right? Some of us will be open and willing to go a great length into satisfying somebody's fantasies, right? Whereas some of us will think like, okay, that's just not comfortable. um, so it's always interesting to see how many different perspectives there are that people have. But I'm curious to know if there's anything else that you want to discuss in this particular on this particular topic. Is this something that you're curious about or would like to share? Looks like Christy said, yeah, yes, I have had a member that subscribed that said he loved Dial soap and wanted to see pics of me with the soap. Mm, 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 mm. A soap. Nice. Kai said, it is no longer okay if they must have a particular thing to finish. A fetish is the icing sugar, not the cake. The icing sugar. Gotcha. OMG, I had my toes sucked. It tingled my sweet spot. I had no idea. Interesting. Jamie, I think we all covered the excitement part. I think we did. Someone asked me to wear socks for a week and would pay for them. I was seeing a part of shoes and he kept asking for extra things. I had no idea people wanted things like that. See what I really like about this community, what I really love about this community. For one thing, you are like this community is honest. Yeah, sharing things. Yeah, really sharing things. I mean, like you tell things that I could never imagine talk about with somebody on the internet, you know? So the fact that you are open and willing to do that, that's already like different level type of stuff, right? Secondly, I feel like we can talk about so many different topics. Like I would never thought that we'll be talking about sexy fantasies and then we'll be sharing the things that we're sharing and still have fun with it and still have an interesting conversation. That's what I think really makes this community unique is that it seems like the prototype fam is just versatile, can go any direction, talk about the variety of topics and still communicate, still engage, still share. That's what's really unique in my opinion. Let's see some other comments. Christy said, Yick, yep, they will do that or ask to buy you lingerie or shoes and things like that. Oof. Strong ballerina, I've heard of them asking for one. Oh my god. The quiet ones are the biggest freaks. This is too much fun, yo. This is like becoming a dirty chat tonight, a dirty room chat. Heather, I see horns holding up your halo. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's going on, Heather? You still didn't answer your own question. Have you gotten busy in public before? You still haven't answered it. We didn't forget. Don't you think we forgot, Heather? Be asking questions and then not saying nothing. Nothing. Just sitting there waiting for people to answer like with popcorn. You probably have a popcorn over there, Heather. Let me see what people say. Did you guys smash in public? Hmm. Only 3 responses. Strange. It's fun. It's fun. It is fun. Oh, I think we start seeing some patterns. We start seeing some patterns. Uh, we start seeing some patterns. I see horns holding up your halo. I did not say that. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes. Thank you, Jamie. Thank you. Becky, sometimes play can help women feel empowered. See, I wasn't that bad at all tonight. Praise Jesus. Hey, Felicia been holding back, everybody. Felicia been holding back. If she will let go, I think this stream is going to be canceled for sure. She's going to tell some words that YouTube just won't be able to digest, won't be able to handle. Listen, this is too much fun, yo. This is too much fun. In all seriousness, this is crazy. Felicia, you were very good. Jamie knows. Jamie is familiar with Felicia. You know, I it's amazing. It's all I have to say. It's amazing. It is amazing. This community is truly amazing. You're showing me so much. You're showing me like different sizes of you, not sides, different sides of you. Yeah, can have intellectual conversation, can have like a nice conversation, can have a naughty conversation. That's amazing. Prototype fam. Yeah, I was gonna say this is for a private Zoom group conversation. You know what? I should probably just make like can make something and some sort of like a naughty chat group, to where like all that sexy gossip will take place, and just make that a thing. Make I don't know, make a membership for it out of it or something. This is too much fun. Yeah, angels. Prototype fam are angels for sure. So real quick, I want to give a few special shout outs, because in the last couple of days, um there were a lot of support. So I want to give shout out to Kaya. um Kaya has been a huge supporter of the channel, constantly supporting, constantly receiving donations, very very like touching words of support. Really appreciate that, Kaya, so much. The fact that you live in New Zealand on the other side of the world, and still feeling that type of connection with the community, in that type of support. um just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. um I want to give a shout out to Heather as well, for supporting the channel for the longest time, for being in live streams on Instagram, for being very active community member on these lives on YouTube, for also supporting the channel. So thank you for all your time, for all your engagement, for all your donations. It means a bunch, a whole lot. Thank you. And then I want to also thank Felicia, um, for the very incredible support, consistent support, and a lot of just motivation. You all keep me going. I could recognize more people, but I just wanted to highlight a few of you that came really strong as of late, and really been supporting a whole lot. So I don't take it for granted. I appreciate it a ton, and it means the world to me. Let's see a few more comments and then we'll do some announcements and then we'll wrap it up. Christy said, sorry if this is off topic, Yuri. You should open a Teespring account for merch. You can design your own through and it can help with your channel. Teespring. Can we connect? Can you do you have Instagram, Christy D? Can we connect via DM? Because I would like to ask you more questions about that offline. I don't want to take the time right now to talk about that, but shoot me DM on Russian Instagram or Russian Instagram on Russian Prototype. I have in the right corner. I have my Instagram logo with the channel. It's Russian Prototype, or send me a comment, put a comment with your Instagram, and I can contact you either way. But I would love to ask you some questions because that's definitely something that I'm interested in. And thank you so much for your suggestion. Strong Ballerina online private slumber party. Nice. I'm in the office pretending to be on a work virtual meeting. Yes, that's it. This is it. That's perfect. Felicia, yeah, private group would be cool. I can go into detail about throat goats and throat bob babies and the art of being slotted out. these, these like worst combinations are just like, oh man, oh, this is too much fun. This is too much fun. It's cool. Thank you. So I'll look out for your message then. My friends, my friends, my friends, my friends. Let's see, let's see, let's see, let's see. Just a reminder, I was just talking about supporters. Just a reminder, how you can support the channel. You can certainly do that through the super chats and super stickers while we're live, that little sign on the bottom of the chat, or you can go directly to paypal.me/Russian prototype and support. I want to assure you that every single cent, every single dollar of donations that I receive will be put back in a channel. I'm thinking about right now actually buying a green screen, so I can set up different backgrounds for my live streams, so which is going to make it a lot more fun and entertaining, I think, as well as utilize it in my actual videos, because I'll be able to edit some different variations of things with that. So there's just one example. And I also actually need to renew my video editing software, Final Cut Pro. I had a trial version, but now I think I'm going to purchase it. So it's things like that, that these support funds that will be used for to continue pour resources into the channel. So I wanted to thank all of you who supported and who are thinking about supporting. And even if you're here just hanging out, it's still a huge support. But just wanted to know, I just want you to know what kind of ways that are available to support the channel. So thank you all very much. Christy said, I'm a bit shy because the Insta I have is for my NSWF work, but I will think about it. If you have, I mean, if you can reach out on Twitter if you want, if you have Twitter. So you have a couple of options, right? So you can do you see the Twitter sign over there in the right upper corner. So you can do Ruski Prototype. So you can tweet at me or send me a message on Twitter. If you want to send me an email at russianprototype@gmail.com, you can do that too. So whether you want to do the Instagram, whether you want to do Twitter, whether you want to do email, either one of these options work. So russianprototype@gmail.com works too. So that's my email. So whatever works for you, does not matter to me as long as we connect. But please definitely look into it, because you can generate some money from your merch and it will also help gain more traction for your channel. Let me take a screenshot of your first comment real quick, really quickly. I just The reason I ask you to reach out is because I really just wanted to ask follow-up questions and get more information on it. Um, but I can just Google Teespring and go from there, unless there's something else you can tell me or I should know right now about it. So appreciate that, though. Definitely appreciate that. You should set up an Amazon wish list for your channel. You can add stuff like that to your list. I just became affiliate Amazon person, which is actually reminds me. I'm glad that you mentioned this. Um, by the way, I have a question for you. So I have a question for you. Have you have you? Oh, it's a running line. Yes. Have you joined my newsletter at mylovemanual.com? If you haven't joined my newsletter, please do that. I actually have now a blog and a newsletter ready to go, and I want to announce it in the newsletter. My it's partnership with Amazon essentially. Well, affiliation, not partnership yet, but affiliation. So now I have my own personal links through Amazon, and I am including these links um, underneath in the description of my live shows, so you can see some of the relevant resources. So for example, when we talk about food, I try to incorporate some food resources for you. Like for example, when last week I was talking about buckwheat and meatballs, I include on Amazon, I included in the description the Amazon links where you can purchase buckwheat, right? So I'm trying to make it relevant to what we actually talk about during these live shows. So I am be on the lookout for these links. Be on the lookout of some of the interesting things that you'll be able to purchase. If you do end up going through Amazon, use one of those links and join the newsletter, because I will be getting more information in my newsletter pertaining. I will send you some other examples included in the newsletter, so you'll be able to go and look at what some of the things that you can actually get your hands on, whether it's a dating stuff pertaining to Russian men, or traveling in Russia, or Russian food. So all of the different things that we usually discuss in these live shows, and what I usually discuss in my videos. So I just definitely want to make sure that you're aware of that. You know that it's already here, and more things will be coming through Amazon pipeline. Okay. Um, Yeah, so that's what Christy did. That your comment made me think of that for sure. So appreciate that. And Felicia on the roll, like Kentucky Derby, Slurpee Derby. Um, woof, woof. These are good comments. Hold on. Heather said, I heard it is called sloppy toppy. I can just imagine two of you talking in the room. You know, if you ever get together, you wouldn't be talking about drawings. You'd probably be talking about other things, right? Can you imagine the links for this life? Yeah. I don't think I can put it on Amazon, yo. I don't think that I can do it at all. This is what it's all about, bringing community together. I hope that you can censor yourself, my prototype family, but this is out of my hands. I bring the community, and if community, want to go a certain route, then community will go a certain route. Um, but we had fun tonight. That's all that matters, right? We had a lot of fun. Tomorrow, we're going to tomorrow's live show is going to be the best of Russian and American food combination. So my plan for tomorrow is to actually buy. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be. It's going to be a surprise for you. I don't want to reveal everything, but I'm going to buy one Russian dish, maybe more than one. We'll see. At least one Russian dish, and at least one American, either a dish or accessory. And I'm going to put them together, and I'm going to tell you why it's freaking awesome. And I bet you will have at least one idea for a food that you can have, that you can either make or buy and create a great meal. That is my goal for tomorrow live stream, okay? Because we are not one trick pony over here. We talk about many different subjects. Of course, the anchor lately has been dating, um, in topics pertaining to dating, but we talk about a lot of different things here, so we don't get bored of talking about same exact thing over and over again, okay? So 9 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Time, USA. Be there. You're going to see some interesting stuff pertaining to Russian food, and I'm going to eat in front of you. I'm going to be eating in front of you, making those sounds, you know, telling you how good it's going to be. I'm going to be showing it to you, and you're going to take something away from it. And I recommend tomorrow, because last time I got some comments from you when I did it. I believe it was last Friday. For one thing, I had too much food. I overate severely. But I also realized that a lot of you were hungry, because I got a lot of comments like, oh, I'm getting hungry now. Oh, I would like to eat that. So tomorrow, make sure to have some food. Make sure to have some food with you tomorrow, because you might get a little hungry tomorrow. All right? You might get a little bit hungry. So 9 p.m., some of you will say it's a little too late, but at the very least, you can have a little snack. Little snack not gonna kill you, because I'll be eating. I will be eating. That's for sure. What else? Looks like we have Tara in the house as well. I'm making borscht tomorrow. Oh, very good. Very good, Tara. So you can have that borscht while during live. It will be good. Christy said you can organize your links through Linktree. They have a free version, and you can just buy your Linktree link in your description. Yeah, I like that. I like that. I meant to do that. I meant to do that. So thank you for that. I actually was looking into it, and then I'm just like, it's not the most important thing right now. But I appreciate all your tips. It helps a lot. I know that this thing is really, really useful. My friends, I think that's it. I think that's good for tonight. Um, we already made an announcement. I hope you come back tomorrow at 9 p.m. Bring somebody, encourage somebody to join who wants to learn more about other cultures. So maybe it's not just a person who wants to learn about Russia. Maybe it's someone who wants to learn how to cook or what food people eat in different countries, right? Maybe there's somebody who is curious about European culture. Maybe it's someone who just wants to get some cooking ideas. Encourage some of your friends to join tomorrow. Share it on social media and ask them to come. Ask them to come join with you. Also, as always, if anyone wants to be a live guest, Tara, for example, if you want to showcase your borscht tomorrow, since it's going to be a theme, and you want to jump in just for a moment as a live guest, be with me live, then I am more than open to those kind of opportunities. Okay, so no pressure with that, but I would love to see live guests, especially if we're going to talk about food. If you want to bring a dish and share like what what's what's unique about that dish or how you made that dish, I think that could be interesting too. So there could be a quick like experience exchange there. So contact me on my Instagram if you would like to be a live guest. Send me a direct message. All right. So I want to open that door for you as well. With that, Thank you all for hanging out tonight. Let's go ahead and acknowledge some folks who are here. We have Tara is in the house. We have Strong Ballerina in the house. We have Becky in the house. Christy D was in the house tonight. Kaya was in the house tonight. Felicia was in the house tonight. Heather was in the house tonight. Jamie was in the house tonight. Estrella was here hanging out with us live. Let's see. I think it's most of you. Maybe I missed somebody who was here earlier, but I think that's the crew. If I'm missing somebody, I apologize. But I appreciate all of you. I appreciate the chance to hang out with you live. It is always a blast. It ended up being slightly different type of live stream tonight. A lot of personal information was revealed. Woo! It was definitely interesting. Before we get out of here, give me that hashtag prototypes fam. Give me that hashtag in the comments. Hashtags prototypes fam, baby. That's what we are. That's what we do. And I'll be seeing you tomorrow. I'll be seeing you tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. We're going to talk about the best of Russian and American food combination. At the very least, combination. Could be combinations. I promise at least one. But remember, it's also going to take me some time to eat it. It's not going to be quick. And I'm going to show you my ways of doing it. I'm excited, yo. I'm excited. I think it's going to be worth it. I really think it's going to be worth it. I appreciate the love. I love to see this prototypes fam hashtag. If you enjoyed this live stream, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. Let me see you being engaged. Type it in. Take your phone out. Type it in on your laptop. Show your support. Salute to the prototypes fam. It's been great to hang out with you as always. I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. And until then, my friends, peace out.